Have you ever been playing Roblox when suddenly you see someone with a very abnormal, like freakishly abnormal, and somewhat delicious looking hat? It looks like a bud. Well, it turns out that that strange item you've seen may have just been a glitched item.
But what's a glitched item?
This, for example, is a glitched Roblox item, or at least it was a glitched item at one point in time. This is the Ice Skull of Nevermore, and it's a very classic and famous limited edition hat. In fact, it has over 26,000 favorites as of February 12th of 2022. It says here that in the past, this hat actually had two glitches attached to it. One made the hat appear darker than it was, and the other one made a player's head partially disappear when wearing the hat.
Ew, what happened to that guy?
He wore the Skull of Nevermore.
That's disgusting.
Next up, we have a very strangely named hat. This is the Vlad, I think. I actually don't know how I'm supposed to pronounce this, but apparently this is a duplicate of another hat known as the Prince Pomegranate, which is still available to this day for 700 Robocoonies. I think this name fits this crown much better than the Prince of Pomegranates. This hat was apparently available for 10 seconds before it went off sale due to a glitch, and it was made permanently unavailable. I don't think they explain this too well. I think this hat's existence in general is a glitch. Like, I don't think they would ever publish something named this to the catalog willingly, but unfortunately, unless you were there for 10 seconds on March 19th of 2010, you cannot have this hat. However, there is a glitched hat that you still can have, and that is the Omega Rainbow Top Hat. This is a limited edition hat that was published in the catalog on August 26, 2016. The hat was actually sold 10,000 times, which is a lot of copies. However, if you look at the page, it displays 2,108 copies sold, even though every single one was actually sold. And as you can see here, it still says limited quality, 2,108 sold out of 10,000. I will buy it just to prove to you that this will stay the exact same afterwards. Cha-ching. Okay, I purchased it on my main account, then I logged into my alt account, Big Bouncy Mama. And as you can see, 2,108 copies are still the amount that have been sold. Next up is a very mysterious hat. So mysterious that it's quite literally named question marks. 3 question marks. This hat was published October 8th, 2010, and it was never put on sale due to being broken. And as of 2018, it only had 568 favorites, so not a lot of people ever found this hat. However, we do know what it looks like. If you look here, you can see that it is actually a crown that looks just like this. It's super trippy. It looks like drugs made into a Roblox hat. It's interesting, really. And here's an alternative version that's still available today on the catalog, known as the Galaxy Emperor. Would you rather have had this strange thing or the Galaxy Emperor? Personally, I want this. Here we have the Wanwood Autumn King crown, something that looks really interesting and would have a lot of limited item collectors chasing after it if it didn't have one small glitch. That glitch, I mean, being that this limited item came with no serial number attached to it, so you could not tell what number copy that you owned. This being an issue because sometimes people had the number 69 or the number 420, and those ones sold for more because they had that number. Another example of a glitched Roblox hat doing this is Bling Boy's Raiment, which is quite literally the old 2010 Roblox logo on a necklace. They really screwed up with this one. What am I doing with my life? The Screw was published all the way back in August 9th of 2007 and has been taken off sale since then, but at one point this item also had a very interesting feature. There was a glitch attached to this item that made the wearer become invisible. You may recall that there was actually a second item that did this as well. This was the KSI Arthro bundle that at one point was able to make people invisible when they put this on and turn themselves into R6. If players did that paired with the headless head, they would be completely invisible. If not, they'd be a floating KSI head. And that's still pretty cool. Next up, we have the Payphone. And that's not just a terrible Maroon 5 song, that's also a glitched Roblox item. This item was actually only obtainable from gift cards from May to August of 2022, and if you obtained this item, you were pretty lucky because you got an interesting glitch alongside it. For whatever reason, this thing was giant, causing players to walk around looking like they were just a walking payphone rather than actually having a payphone accessory on their backs. Here's a picture of a player wearing the payphone. It kind of looks like a building is standing behind them. Here's a pretty small glitch. This hat here appears to be backwards in the catalog. Not that that really matters, but this isn't what it looks like when you put it on your avatar. This is. Wow, that's so cool. Next up, we have the beautiful Robux Shaggy. This is another one that was bundled with a Roblox toy code, and it's still available till today. It's a retexture of the classic Tick Shaggy, but this one came with a glitch. First up, this hat is scaled up and moved back, giving players a receding hairline. It's also labeled as a hat instead of a hair, and to be honest, it looks more like a helmet than any sort of hair. It also has a very big hitbox, so wearing this means you're gonna die in FPS games. The dual plungers, possibly the coolest gear of all time. Wearing this flipped your avatar onto their head so that they could plunge the toilet with their head, of course. Why else would it do this? Here's a very strange glitch. Torque the Blue Orc is a Roblox limited edition face that was available for 1,000 Robocoonies. However, this hat glitched when released and caused all users who had more than 1,000 Robux in their account to receive the item for free while it was glitched. The stock on this item seemed to remain infinite, meaning it could be purchased indefinitely, multiple times, and was not able to sell out. There was supposed to be 1,000 copies of this face, but because of that glitch, there are approximately 3,527 copies, 2,527 of those being completely glitched items. This glitch is a case of two packages switching places. The Jailbreak jumpsuit is a toy code item that you can get for your avatar if you love Jailbreak. However, the Jailbreak bundle appears to look like Captain Rampage Gold instead, which is another toy code item of a very cool looking pirate. Why is Captain Rampage so glitchy? I don't know. Remember earlier when I showed you question mark, question mark, question mark? Well, now I'm showing you question mark, question mark. Question mark, question mark was originally a broken version of this hat here, the Gamma Boy, which is essentially a knockoff of a Game Boy Color. As you can tell, yeah, it's a copy. Don't know how Roblox didn't get sued for that one. And now I present to you question mark. Just a single question mark this time. This is a limited edition hat that was published November 23rd, 2011, but the item is completely unobtainable and the only owner is Roblox. The hat's image is blank, there's no price, there's no stock, and no content. Also, you can't even find this on the catalog. Apparently, there's a known myth among the community that was made when this item was created. Apparently, people thought it was the Deadly Dark Dominus, which is a little funny concept that came from another creator back in the day named Tinfoilbot.
That's a story for another day.
Once upon a time, this iPad that you're staring at was a cheap way to get headless. Actually, a 99-cent way to get headless. From 2014 to 2016, you were able to use this to give your character no head, making the cheapest headless option ever. However, that was patched in 2016, unfortunately. And last but certainly not least, we have a very mysterious hat known as an X. An X is a hat that was published to the Avatar shop in 2007. Apparently, the name originates from an old picture used for user-created content rejection by the moderators. So basically, it was a reference to getting your item's content deleted. So this item was kind of a parody of a large X that would display over what used to be the item that you got deleted. The content deleted picture used to appear in the photo of this hat. However, at some point it was changed to the mesh of silver thorn antlers. Why was an X ever published? Why did they turn it into antlers and hide its past? I don't know. Subscribe.